Welcome to Iceland, a land where fire and ice coexist in breathtaking harmony. Often called the land of fire and ice, Iceland is a country of striking contrasts. Towering volcanoes rise beside glittering glaciers, and cascading waterfalls crash into moss-covered valleys. This remote island nation, perched at the edge of the Arctic Circle, has become one of the world's most captivating destinations for travelers who seek raw natural beauty and unforgettable adventures. Iceland's landscapes tell a story of constant transformation. Shaped by volcanic activity, shifting tectonic plates, and glacial movements, the island is a living geological wonder. Everywhere you go, nature feels alive, whether it is the hiss of geysers erupting into the sky, the roar of waterfalls echoing across canyons, or the quiet stillness of endless lava fields. Beyond its natural marvels, Iceland also offers a deep cultural richness. The sagas of the Vikings, the traditions of folklore, and the resilience of its people all add depth to the experience of exploring this northern wonderland. Traveling through Iceland feels like stepping into another world. In one moment, you can walk across black sand beaches where icebergs drift ashore like crystal sculptures, and in the next, you might find yourself hiking to the top of a steaming volcano or standing under the mesmerizing glow of the northern lights. The diversity of experiences is matched only by the purity of the landscapes, which remain some of the most pristine on Earth. Iceland is more than just a destination. It is an invitation to witness the raw forces of nature at work. It inspires awe, ignites curiosity, and leaves every traveler with memories that feel timeless. From iconic glaciers and waterfalls to hidden canyons and remote mountain peaks, the wonders of Iceland remind us of the extraordinary beauty our planet has to offer. Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon is often described as one of the crown jewels of Iceland, and for good reason. Nestled at the edge of Breiðamerkurjökull Glacier, this vast, tranquil lagoon is filled with towering icebergs that have broken away from the glacier's edge. The sight of these floating giants, glowing in shades of white, blue, and turquoise, drifting silently across the water is nothing short of magical. The lagoon, which connects directly to the Atlantic Ocean via a short channel, is constantly in motion. Icebergs slowly glide toward the sea, their shapes shifting as they melt and collide, creating an ever-changing landscape. Some are massive and jagged, while others are smooth and polished, resembling sculptures crafted by nature itself. The still waters mirror the ice and sky, doubling the beauty and creating a dreamlike atmosphere. Wildlife adds even more charm to Jökulsárlón. Seals often swim gracefully among the icebergs, popping their heads above the surface to curiously watch visitors. In the summer, Arctic terns and other seabirds fill the sky, adding life and movement to the icy serenity. Boat tours allow travelers to get up close to the icebergs, offering an intimate encounter with this breathtaking natural wonder. What makes Jökulsárlón truly unforgettable is the sense of timelessness it evokes. The icebergs drifting in the lagoon are not just frozen water, they are remnants of ancient glaciers, some formed thousands of years ago. To witness them slowly melting and journeying to the ocean is to glimpse the cycles of nature unfolding before your eyes. It is a place of beauty, reflection, and awe, embodying the raw essence of Iceland's landscapes. Vestrahorn Mountain. On the southeastern coast of Iceland, near the town of Hofn, rises one of the country's most dramatic and photogenic peaks, Vestrahorn Mountain. Nicknamed Batman Mountain for its jagged, sharp ridges, Vestrahorn towers above the surrounding landscape with an almost intimidating presence. At over 450 meters tall, its dark, steep slopes contrast beautifully with the black sand beaches that stretch at its base, creating a scene of raw, untamed beauty. What makes Vestrahorn especially captivating is how it changes with light and weather. At sunrise, the mountain glows in shades of gold and pink, reflecting across shallow tidal pools on the sand. During stormy days, low-hanging clouds swirl around its peaks, giving it a mysterious, almost otherworldly atmosphere. Photographers from around the globe flock here to capture these dramatic moods, making it one of the most iconic subjects in Icelandic landscape photography. The surrounding area is equally enchanting. Vast dunes of black volcanic sand shift with the winds, adding texture to the foreground. In the distance, the waves of the Atlantic crash relentlessly, reminding visitors of the raw power of nature at Iceland's shores. On calm days, The mountain's reflection in the wet sand creates a mirror image so perfect it feels like stepping into a dream. Beyond its beauty, Vestrahorn carries an air of solitude and wildness. Unlike many popular destinations in Iceland, it remains relatively quiet, offering travelers a sense of intimacy with the landscape. Standing at the foot of Vestrahorn, surrounded by the vastness of sea, sand, and stone, one feels both small and deeply connected to the Earth's raw majesty. Diamond Beach. Just a short distance from Breiðamerkurskel Glacier and the Jökulsárlón Lagoon lies one of Iceland's most enchanting sights, Diamond Beach. This stretch of black volcanic sand, known locally as Breiðamerkursandur, is famous for the countless chunks of ice that wash ashore from the glacier lagoon. These ice pieces, polished by the sea and scattered across the dark sand, glitter like precious diamonds under the Icelandic sun. The contrast between the deep, inky black of the volcanic beach and the translucent brilliance of the icebergs is almost surreal. Some of the ice is as clear as glass, while other pieces glow in shades of blue, shaped into unique sculptures by wind and waves. At sunrise or sunset, the entire beach transforms into a natural art gallery, with fiery skies reflecting on the icy gems, creating a scene that photographers and travelers alike find unforgettable. Diamond Beach is more than just visually stunning. It is also a place that tells the ongoing story of Iceland's glaciers. Every iceberg that rests on the sand is a fragment of Breiðamerkurskel's ancient ice, sometimes thousands of years old. To stand among them is to witness time itself, preserved in frozen form, now slowly melting back into the sea. The beach is also alive with energy. Waves crash against the ice, carving new shapes every moment. Seabirds circle overhead, and seals are sometimes spotted playing among the floating pieces nearby. Despite its popularity, there's a profound sense of tranquility here. Watching the ice sparkle against the volcanic shore leaves travelers with a deep appreciation for the fleeting yet eternal beauty of nature. Gullfoss Waterfall. Gullfoss is one of Iceland's most iconic and majestic waterfalls, cascading in a single powerful drop of 60 meters with a width of 25 meters. Located along the southern coast near the village of Skógar, it is a sight that captures both strength and elegance. The curtain of water crashes dramatically into a pool below, sending up a mist that often creates brilliant rainbows on sunny days, a feature that has made Gullfoss a favorite among photographers and travelers alike. The waterfall is not just visually stunning but also deeply tied to Icelandic legend. Folklore tells of a Viking settler who buried treasure behind the falls, hidden for centuries within the thunderous spray. Though the chest was never found in full, tales of the treasure remain part of the waterfall's enduring mystique. Visitors can admire Gullfoss from multiple perspectives. At the base, the sheer force of the water can be felt as mist soaks the air, immersing onlookers in its raw energy. For a different view, a staircase alongside the cliff leads to an observation platform above, where the falls can be seen from the top, with the Skógar River stretching into the distance. This trail also connects to the famed Fimmvörðuháls hiking route, offering adventurers the chance to explore even more waterfalls upstream. What makes Gullfoss so unforgettable is its blend of simplicity and grandeur. Whether standing in its misty shadow or gazing from above, visitors are left humbled by the timeless beauty and power of nature. Gullfoss is more than a waterfall. It is a symbol of Iceland's wild spirit, where legend and landscape flow together in harmony. Vatnajökull Glacier. Vatnajökull Glacier, the largest ice cap in Iceland and the second largest in Europe, is a wonder that defies imagination. Covering nearly 8% of the country's landmass, it is a world of frozen majesty that stretches endlessly across the southeast. Beneath its thick layers of ice lie mountains, valleys, and even active volcanoes, making it a landscape of extremes where fire and ice literally meet. The scale of Vatnajökull is awe-inspiring. Its ice sheet is up to a kilometer thick in some places, and dozens of outlet glaciers flow from it like icy rivers, carving their way through the land. These outlets feed iconic sites such as Jökulsárlón Lagoon and Diamond Beach, where the glacier's ancient ice continues its journey toward the ocean. Everywhere around Vatnajökull, the scenery speaks of both immense power and delicate beauty. One of the glacier's most extraordinary features is its ice caves. Each winter, as meltwater carves tunnels through the glacier, New caves form, shimmering in shades of blue that seem almost unreal. Walking inside one of these caves feels like stepping into a crystal palace, where light dances across frozen walls sculpted by nature's hand. Every cave is unique, and every year brings new formations, a reminder of the glacier's constant change. Vatnajökull is also central to Iceland's identity. It is protected as part of Vatnajökull National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, ensuring its preservation for generations to come. For adventurers, it offers endless opportunities, from glacier hikes and ice climbing to exploring its volcanic underworld. Standing upon its vast icy surface, surrounded by silence and endless white, one feels the immensity of nature in its purest form. Sturlugill Canyon. Hidden in the heart of East Iceland lies Sturlugill Canyon, one of the country's most remarkable natural treasures. What makes this canyon so extraordinary is its dramatic basalt column formations. Towering hexagonal pillars rise like giant organ pipes, framing the turquoise waters of the Jökull River that winds gracefully through the gorge. The contrast of the dark basalt against the vivid blue-green river creates a surreal landscape that feels almost otherworldly. Sturlugill was relatively unknown until recent years, when changes in the Jökull River's flow revealed more of the canyon's beauty. Today, it has become a highlight for adventurous travelers seeking Iceland's hidden gems. Walking along the canyon's edges, visitors are treated to sweeping views of geometric cliffs plunging toward the river below. For those willing to descend, the base of the canyon offers a closer look at the intricate rock formations sculpted by centuries of volcanic activity and erosion. The basalt columns here are a reminder of Iceland's volcanic heart. Formed as lava cooled slowly and cracked into symmetrical shapes, these pillars stand as natural monuments to the island's fiery past. Combined with the glacial river cutting through, the canyon is a living canvas painted by both fire and ice. Sturlugill Canyon is more than just a visual wonder, it is a place of tranquility. Away from the busier tourist routes, the silence of the canyon is broken only by the gentle rush of water. Standing here, surrounded by nature's raw artistry, one cannot help but feel humbled. It is a testament to Iceland's ability to surprise even seasoned travelers, revealing places where nature's creativity seems limitless. Fjarðargöngufjör Canyon. Fjarðargöngufjör Canyon, located in South Iceland near the village of Kirkjubæjarklaustur, is one of the country's most breathtaking natural formations. Stretching nearly 2 kilometers long and plunging up to 100 meters deep, this winding canyon looks like something out of a fantasy world. Its moss-covered cliffs rise steeply on either side of the Fjar River, which snakes gracefully through the gorge, creating a landscape both dramatic and serene. The canyon was carved over thousands of years by glacial meltwater, gradually shaping the soft palagonite rock into the twisting masterpiece we see today. Walking along the rim, visitors are treated to sweeping views of the winding river below, framed by green cliffs that change shades with the seasons, from vibrant emerald in summer to muted gold and brown in autumn. The depth and curves of the canyon create endless opportunities for stunning perspectives at every turn. At the canyon's base, the river offers a completely different experience. Standing at the bottom, surrounded by towering walls of moss and stone, one feels enveloped by nature's artistry. The sound of flowing water echoes through the gorge, adding a sense of tranquility to the dramatic scenery. Fjarðargöngufjör has gained international fame in recent years, featured in music videos and travel campaigns, yet it remains a place that feels untouched and magical. It's a reminder of Iceland's ability to blend grandeur with intimacy, where even in vast, wild landscapes, visitors can feel deeply connected to the earth. For many, walking the canyon is like stepping into a storybook, where nature has written every detail in stone and moss. Geyser Geothermal Area. The Geyser Geothermal Area, located in the Hakadalur Valley, is one of Iceland's most fascinating natural attractions and the very place that gave the word geyser to the world. Here, the Earth's geothermal energy is on full display, with steaming vents, bubbling hot springs, and powerful eruptions that remind visitors of Iceland's volcanic heart. Although the Great Geyser itself now erupts infrequently, its neighbor Strákar provides reliable spectacles every few minutes. Strákar shoots columns of boiling water 20 to 30 meters into the air, thrilling crowds with its sudden bursts of energy. The anticipation, as the hot spring bubbles and swells before the eruption, only adds to the excitement. Around the area, the ground is stained in surreal hues of red, yellow, and white, colored by minerals brought to the surface by geothermal activity. Walking through the geothermal field feels like entering a living laboratory of nature. Steam rises from cracks in the earth, mud pots bubble with thick clay, and pools of boiling water shimmer in shades of turquoise and green. The sounds, smells, and sights together create an atmosphere both dramatic and otherworldly. The geyser area is also a reminder of Iceland's unique relationship with its environment. Geothermal energy not only powers these natural wonders but also provides much of the country's clean, renewable energy. Standing among the steaming vents, visitors gain a deeper appreciation for how Iceland harnesses the Earth's power to sustain modern life while celebrating its natural beauty. In many ways, the geyser geothermal area captures the essence of Iceland: dramatic, unpredictable, and awe-inspiring. It is a place where the planet reveals its raw energy, reminding us of the incredible forces that shape the landscapes we admire. Gullfoss Waterfall. Gullfoss, meaning Golden Falls, is one of Iceland's most iconic and breathtaking natural wonders. Located in the Hvita River Canyon, the waterfall is a dramatic two-tiered cascade that plunges into a deep gorge, creating thunderous roars and shimmering mists that rise high into the air. On sunny days, the spray often forms vibrant rainbows, giving Gullfoss a magical golden glow that perfectly reflects its name. The waterfall drops a total of 32 meters in two stages, the upper cascade of 11 meters and the lower drop of 21 meters. The sight of so much glacial meltwater rushing powerfully into the rugged canyon is awe-inspiring, a reminder of the sheer force of nature that has shaped Iceland's landscapes for millennia. In winter, parts of the waterfall freeze into glittering ice formations, while in summer, the flow swells with the melting snow and glaciers. Beyond its natural beauty, Gullfoss carries an important story of preservation. In the early 20th century, plans were made to harness the waterfall for hydroelectric power. It was thanks to the determination of Sigrid Thomasdottir, the daughter of a local farmer, that Gullfoss was saved. She fought tirelessly to protect the falls, even threatening to throw herself into the river, and today she is remembered as one of Iceland's first environmentalists. Standing at the viewing platforms, visitors are struck not only by the sight and sound of Gullfoss but also by the sense of history and national pride it embodies. Together with Thingvellir National Park and the Geyser geothermal area, Gullfoss forms part of Iceland's famous Golden Circle, a route that showcases the island's most extraordinary wonders in one unforgettable journey. Hvitserkur Cliff. On the rugged shores of northwest Iceland stands Hvitserkur, a striking sea stack that has captured both imagination and legend. Rising 15 meters high from the shallow waters of Hunafjord Bay, the rock formation resembles a giant creature frozen in time. Some see a dragon drinking from the sea, while others imagine a troll turned to stone by the rising sun, as Icelandic folklore tells. The cliff's dark basalt body is streaked with white, not from the rock itself but from countless seabirds that make it their home. Gulls and fulmars circle above, adding life and sound to the otherwise quiet bay. At low tide, visitors can walk across the sandy flats to approach the base of Hvitserkur, where its jagged arches reveal just how dramatically the sea has shaped it over millennia. The double arch at its foundation allows waves to flow through, giving the rock an almost sculptural grace. Hvitserkur is not only a geological marvel but also a photographer's dream. At sunrise or sunset, the rock casts dramatic reflections across the wet sand, creating mirror-like scenes of fiery skies and dark silhouette. During winter, the northern lights often dance above it, transforming the sea stack into a mystical centerpiece beneath the aurora. Beyond its beauty, Hvitserkur reflects Iceland's blend of nature and myth. The tales of trolls and giants rooted in the rock's shape remind visitors that in Iceland, landscapes are more than physical forms. They are storytellers, carrying centuries of folklore and cultural memory. To stand before Hvitserkur is to witness both the artistry of nature and the timeless imagination of Iceland's people. Thingvellir National Park. Ingvellir National Park is not only one of Iceland's most beautiful landscapes, but also one of its most historically and geologically significant. Nestled between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, Ingvellir is the only place on Earth where visitors can walk directly through the rift valley created by the slow drifting apart of continents. Jagged cliffs, deep fissures, and crystal-clear springs make the park a geological wonder that showcases the raw forces shaping our planet. Beyond its natural beauty, Ingvellir holds a central place in Iceland's history. It was here, in 930 AD, that Iceland's first parliament, the Althing, was established, making it one of the oldest democratic assemblies in the world. For centuries, leaders gathered in this open-air meeting ground, surrounded by mountains and rivers, to make decisions that shaped the nation. This blend of nature and governance has made Ingvellir a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for both its cultural and natural importance. The park's landscapes are equally captivating. The Silfra Fissure, filled with glacial meltwater, is world-famous for snorkeling and diving, offering visibility so clear it feels like floating in air between two continents. The surrounding valleys and rivers, especially the Gullfoss waterfall, add even more charm to the area. Walking through Ingvellir, visitors experience the convergence of history, geology, and beauty in one place. It is a site where Iceland's story truly began, and where the Earth itself continues to evolve before our eyes. Kirkjufell Mountain and Kirkjufellsfoss Waterfall. Kirkjufell, often called the Church Mountain for its distinct, steeply pointed shape, is perhaps the most photographed peak in all of Iceland. Rising 463 meters above the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, it has become a symbol of the country's dramatic natural beauty. Its symmetry and striking presence have even earned it a place in popular culture, appearing in shows like Game of Thrones. What makes Kirkjufell truly unforgettable is the view paired with its nearby waterfall, Kirkjufellsfoss. This small but picturesque cascade flows gently in the foreground, creating the perfect frame for the majestic mountain behind. Photographers from around the world flock here to capture the scene, especially during sunset or under the magical glow of the northern lights. In these moments, the mountain and waterfall appear almost otherworldly. Kirkjufell changes with the seasons, each offering its own unique charm. In summer, green moss and wildflowers blanket the slopes, contrasting beautifully with the clear blue skies. In winter, the mountain is draped in snow, while Kirkjufellsfoss freezes into delicate icicles, adding a sense of mystery and stillness to the landscape. Whether glowing in midnight sun or lit by dancing auroras, the scenery never fails to impress. Hiking trails around the area allow visitors to explore different perspectives of Kirkjufell, though the summit itself is challenging and reserved for experienced climbers. For most, the magic lies not in the climb but in simply witnessing the harmony of mountain and waterfall, a natural composition so perfect it feels almost painted. Kirkjufell and Kirkjufellsfoss together represent the essence of Iceland's beauty, raw, timeless, and unforgettable. Gullfoss Waterfall. Gullfoss, known as the Waterfall of the Gods, is one of Iceland's most stunning and historically significant waterfalls. Located in the north of the country along the Skjálfandafellsjökull River, it spans a width of about 30 meters and plunges 12 meters into a wide, crescent-shaped basin. The sheer beauty of the falls, with water cascading gracefully in a broad arc, has made it a favorite destination for travelers exploring the Diamond Circle route. The name, Gullfoss, carries a powerful story from Iceland's past. Around the year 1000, when Iceland officially converted to Christianity, it is said that the law speaker Orgjerl Svetningagoy threw statues of the Old Norse gods into this waterfall, symbolizing the nation's turning point. Standing at Gullfoss, visitors not only witness a natural wonder but also touch a moment where myth, faith, and history intersect. Gullfoss is breathtaking in every season. In summer, the river swells with glacial meltwater, and the falls shine under long daylight hours. In winter, the scene transforms as ice and snow frame the waterfall, creating dazzling contrasts of white and blue. Photographers are especially drawn to the site, as the soft light of Iceland's skies makes every angle uniquely beautiful. Accessible and welcoming, Gullfoss has walking paths and viewpoints on both sides, allowing visitors to experience the power and elegance of the falls up close. The roar of the water, the mist rising into the air, and the dramatic cliffs surrounding it make the experience unforgettable. More than just a waterfall, Gullfoss embodies the spirit of Iceland, a place where nature's grandeur and cultural heritage flow together, creating stories that endure through centuries. Fagradalsfjall volcano. Few places on Earth allow you to witness the birth of new land as vividly as Fagradalsfjall volcano on Iceland's Reykjanes Peninsula. In 2021, after lying dormant for over 6,000 years, the volcano erupted, drawing global attention and thousands of visitors eager to see molten lava spilling across the valley floor. Unlike many eruptions around the world, Fagradalsfjall was remarkably accessible, allowing people to stand within safe distances and watch rivers of glowing magma carve fresh paths into the landscape. The eruption transformed the area into a living laboratory of geology. Visitors could see lava fountains erupting from fissures, hear the crackling of cooling rock, and feel the heat radiating from the earth itself. Even after the eruption ended, the cooled lava fields remain a testament to Iceland's dynamic geology, with vast black expanses stretching across the valley like an alien terrain. Hiking to the site offers not just a glimpse of the volcanic landscape, but also sweeping views of the surrounding Reykjanes Peninsula. Here, geothermal vents steam, moss-covered lava fields stretch endlessly, and the Atlantic Ocean crashes against rugged cliffs. The contrast of new, fiery land against ancient volcanic formations creates a striking reminder that Iceland is a country in constant creation. Fagradalsfjall is more than a spectacle. It embodies the essence of Iceland as the land of fire and ice. It's a place where visitors can feel the raw, primal energy of the earth and witness the very processes that shaped the island itself. Standing at the edge of a still warm lava field, one realizes that in Iceland, nature's power is not just history, it is happening here and now. As our journey through the wonders of Iceland comes to a close, it is clear that this island is far more than just a destination. It is an experience that touches every sense and leaves an enduring mark on the soul. From the basalt canyons and volcanic landscapes to the mighty waterfalls and glittering glaciers, Iceland is a country shaped by fire and ice, where nature is both fierce and breathtakingly beautiful. Each stop along the way revealed a different face of Iceland. The haunting beauty of Studlagil Canyon, the power of Fagradalsfjall, the frozen majesty of Breiðamerkurskógur, the shimmering allure of Diamond Beach, and the legendary cascades of Skógafoss, Gullfoss, and Gullfoss. Together they create a mosaic of unforgettable sights. The landscapes are not only dramatic but also deeply tied to Iceland's culture, mythology, and resilience. What makes Iceland even more extraordinary is the way its people have embraced the raw forces of their environment, living in harmony with geothermal energy, treasuring their folklore, and protecting the fragile ecosystems that sustain them. Traveling here is not only about seeing natural wonders, but also about feeling connected to something ancient and enduring. Whether bathed in the endless glow of the midnight sun or beneath the dancing curtains of the northern lights, Iceland is a place where time seems to slow and the world feels both immense and intimate. It inspires awe, reflection, and a deep sense of gratitude for the planet we share. As we leave this land of contrasts, Iceland reminds us that wonder is not found in size alone, but in the harmony of nature and spirit. The island calls to all who seek adventure, beauty, and meaning, a timeless treasure at the edge of the Arctic.